Hello everyone, this is Betsy from Ideas Times 2, and today I have a tutorial how to make this cute booklet folio. And you can use this for a small gift. You could use this to put in your purse, to hold receipts or a little notebook or photos, or you could put it in your junk journal in a larger pocket, and I think it'd be a great alternative to just a plain like small booklet. And a very interesting little folio. So let's go through what it is first. I got the idea from Laurie Girl on the Ridge, and I had won a giveaway of hers, and in it she had this little, this was several months ago, but she had this little booklet and she made it out of a dictionary page, and I just loved it. So these are clips, so they come off of this edge here. But here's an angled pocket. There's a pocket in the back, and then you turn it over and the angled pocket goes this way, and the pocket is up at the top. And so she made this adorable booklet, and I thought I've been cleaning and I came across this again in my ephemera bin, and I thought, hey, this is a fun little project. Let's make it out of cardstock and see what kind of interesting things we can come up with. So it is a little booklet. It is 5.5 by 4.25. And this paper I used is from Authentique. In case you're interested, it is Authentique and it is called Quest. So it's kind of a retro looking travel theme. I got this at Tuesday Morning a while ago, probably a year ago already. I'm sad because the TJ Maxx right near me is going to be closing, and I have no idea. There may be another one a little farther out, but I'm not really into going long distances to shop, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm sad, but anyway, Authentique paper. It's double-sided paper, which makes this project very, very easy. You can make it out of different things, but you might have to glue sheets together to make fronts and backs, or you may have to decorate each page because of that, but super easy if you make it out of double-sided cardstock. So that's what I did here. All right, so you don't really need a closure either. It stays, it stays shut just fine. But just for fun, I put this bulldog clip on it, and I think it would be really cute to hang a charm down from that. This paper is adorable. So anyway, let's take that off. What I did is, from the collection, I have this image, and I layered it up a little bit, and I left it open to make a little pocket for this tag. And the back is the pocket system, so we'll go over that in a second. I rounded the corners. So you open it up and it looks like this. You could definitely put a pocket here. I didn't right now, but I plan on doing that. You could either just put a straight pocket here, or you could put another angled pocket. It would be a little off kilter, but I think it would be cute. Or you could just put a side pocket. So either way. And anyway, so this side is paper that's been folded to make an angled pocket. So I just put my business cards in there and this tag. And so I mean, it holds quite a bit. And then this back pocket, where you have the thumb grab here, I just put some ephemera cards from the paper collection in there. So let's just slip those back in. And turn it over. This is the back. So we have the same pocket system, only just a tiny bit different. So the angled pocket goes this way, and the back pocket, instead of coming out to the side, it's up at the top like this, and I just put a larger tag in there. Super fun and cute. I'm loving this little project. So, and I have started one to show you the different components. So what we're going to do is cut 3 pieces of paper, double-sided cardstock, or your preferred paper. We're cutting 3 pieces 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then when you fold it over, there may be a little of the back part showing here, little strip, but that doesn't bother me at all. I like that. It sort of gives a contrasting color. But you can just cut all three of them the same size. 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I do have my paper cut already, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. But first of all, I wanted to, this is halfway done, so I could show you the different parts. So what you've got, so you know how to pick out your paper, is a cover piece. Okay, so this won't show as the back cover. This is actually going to be sort of the background of the pockets, but this is the front cover right here. Okay, so pick out a color or a pattern, especially if you have like a directional print or something, that would be really cute on there. Or just think about how you could decorate this cover with, you know, an image or a layered up image or something like that. So you've got your cover piece, and then, so this fits in here like this. This is a pocket system, sort of like, you'll have another piece of the angled pocket piece, we'll call it. So it's another piece that's just folded in half, and then the angled pockets, and we'll go over that in a second. So that is one of the other pieces, and the third piece that we're cutting is going to have a thumb grab on the left. If you have the open part here, the thumb grab is on the left, and then when you flip it over, the thumb grab is on the top there. And it gets put together like this. This wraps around here, and then you may think this goes on the back, but it doesn't. It actually slips inside of the thumb grab piece. This was an accident. Can you see how cute that paper is? I accidentally put it the wrong direction, so then I had to use this, which is still very pretty. So it goes inside of there, and that gets glued just at the top and bottom here, and just from side to side over here. Well, actually not that side at all, because it's got a fold, but this side here to make that pocket. So those are just the 3 pieces of paper, and let's start from the beginning. Okay, so the outside cover piece, I decided to make it plaid. This is 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. I've already cut it. And all you do is just fold it in half lengthwise. Give it a nice burnish. What I usually do is trim the corners so they're not sharp edges. I'm just using my the 1/4 inch side of my punch. Okay, so now you've got your cover done. If you'd like to put your pocket in on this side, you can now, or you can wait until the book is done. It's not a problem either way. If you want to decorate your front now, for example, if you wanted to, if you had brads or something that would poke over here, go ahead and do that now, and then you could put a piece of paper in there to cover over here to cover it up. In fact, for this one, I have these snowflake brads. Look at that, isn't that cute? So I'm going to put that on here to help me with my closure, which we'll talk about closures in a second. To help me with my closure here, and I think that's going to be super cute. I also want to put some kind of design on the front. Okay, so there's one piece done. Okay, so now the next piece we're gonna do the thumb grab piece. We're gonna do this piece right here. Okay, so once again we are going to let's see, I'm trying to think how I want it. So your open side is going to be here off to your left. So keep the open side off to the left. Give that a burnish. So it's open here, fold here. Then I'm taking my, what is this? It does not tell me. It's probably my, let's see here. You can use whatever size you like to use. It is 1.5" punch, round circle punch. And I'm going to use that to make my thumb grabs. So the open side to the left, we're going to go ahead and this, you don't, I was going to say you don't have to do it in the center. You could do it up near the top. That would be cute. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it up at the top. Okay. That's going to be cute. And then you're going to turn it over. So now your open side is off to the right. And you're going to do your thumb grab up here at the top. Okay. So thumb grab is here. Flip it over. Thumb grab at the top. All right, and now your second piece is done. It's going to go in the book like this. The cover piece sort of nestles inside of there, and so far that's what we have right there. Okay, and then this is what we're going to make our angled piece out of, and I'm going to decide here if I want the holly and the angled part red, or do I want it the other way around? I think I like that. So I'm going to do this. So now fold it in half just like the other two pieces. Decide which is your outside, which is your inside, which will show when you fold it over. Give it a nice burnish. Okay. And then with the open side off to the left, we're going to fold this corner down, lining it up almost to the fold, just evenly, so it's even here all the way up, and you've got maybe a 1/6 of an 1/8 inch or 1/16 of an inch little gap. Okay, so we're folding it down like that. It looks cool the way it is, doesn't it, with those stripes? All right, so then flip it over and do the same thing with this corner. Fold it down towards the fold. Leave about a 1/16 of an inch little gap. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other one because they're not going to be next to each other. And burnish. And then this piece will go on the outside like this. And when we fold that up, we have our booklet. That's the basics. But what I like to do is sew around. So what I'm going to do, there are two ways you could sew this. You could sew each piece individually. For example, this I sewed around the outside edge. And then after I made this one, I sewed around the outside edge of this as well. And I haven't done this yet, but what I did on my red and blue book, this one here, I just sewed the triangles. You can sew the bottom there too, and then just glue everything, or, and hopefully this doesn't make it more confusing, or you could sew your triangle, leave this bottom part. When you sew this, leave the bottom part alone. And when you sew this one, leave just like 1/4 of that undone. And then if you leave all that sewing, you can just do one stitching down here at the bottom and get all of those layers in your stitching, and that'll save you a little bit of gluing. Or you can just stitch them all separately and then run a bead of glue under here to close it up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I think on this one, I'm going to go ahead and sew this flap down, and this one. And since I have sewn the bottom edges of this, I'm going to go ahead and sew the bottom edge of this, and then we'll glue this one together. And then on this one, we'll just go ahead and stitch it together so you can see kind of both ways on that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I moved my camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I did, I sewed my triangles, and then I just came down here on the sides and on the bottom and sewed it all the way around. Alright, so slip your back cover inside the thumb grab pocket. And we're going to glue just along the sides of the pocket. Don't glue that opening shut, just glue along each top and bottom. I said sides, but really it is the top and bottom, right? Okay, and then fold it over and line it up. Let's give it a good squeeze here, get that all glued in. Okay, then what I usually do is fold this over, or turn it over, and we'll do the back pocket as well. So just along the side here, and the bottom. All right, and we'll squeeze it down for a minute. All right, so now you've got a booklet. It's fun already like this, right? With a pocket here and a pocket right here. All right, so many possibilities you could do with this. All right, and then we've got our angled pocket piece, which wraps around here. So we'll need to glue. You don't necessarily need to glue this short edge here, but you do need to glue the bottom. So let's glue the bottom here. Okay, like that. Make sure it's all snug, lined up with each other. And then flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to glue along the bottom. You definitely could glue on that short edge, but I'm going to leave that open. And there. And the booklet is done. You may want to decorate it more, and like I said, I've got that little brad I'm going to put on here, and make some tags and ephemera to go in there, and that's the basic booklet. I think it's so fun. I think it's so fun. All right, let's do this one really quickly. What I'm going to do on this one, just to show you a different method, I do think this makes, when you've got 3 rows of, well, more than that, I guess, 2, 4, 6, you've got 6 rows of stitching all glued together here. I think it does make it a little bulkier right here. So this is kind of my preferred method, but either way works just fine. I mean, it's really, really not a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch around. This side along the top, that side, and the bottom just to the fold, and leave this alone. I'm going to stitch around the outside edges of this, except for the bottom. I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to stitch just the triangles. And maybe I'll stitch down here on this edge too, but leave the bottom unstitched. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Okay, just to come on very quickly and show you. Now, I didn't do such a good job stitching this, so I might do a second row and make it look wonky. But I sewed around the outside edge, leaving the bottom. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I sewed around the triangles and just the sides. And this one I sewed around those edges and left this side unsewn. So now what I'm going to do is, after I fix this, is attach that like that. Thumb grab will be towards the fold. The angled piece wraps around the right side like this. Now what I'm going to do is just stitch right here, and that should stitch all those layers together. So I will do that. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I just sewed right here, made sure all the edges were even, and I sewed that together. Now, what do you do with it? Maybe I should have done this before. But we're going to just put a little glue. I probably should have done this before we sewed, but that's okay, no big deal. A little bit of glue there at the top. The bottom already has the sewing, so that's all done. Flip it over, and then we need to put a little glue on this edge. A little backwards, but it's fine. I think I got a little oozing here. Just like that. Get off my fingers. Okay, just push it down. All right. And then there's that one. So what I think I'm going to do is decorate these covers. And I think what I'd like to do is put an eyelet here in the cover, and with a string attachment, and just wrap it around for my closure. And this one will be similar. I'm going to put this this brad, but I'm going to wrap a string around it, and then the string can go around a couple times and wrap around. So I think maybe I'll do that real quick on camera, and then I'll just show you the finished project. I'll finish them up, and then I'll show you the finished project when that's all done. But let's put the closure on first here. I'm trying to find my pardon me, because if you know me, I do like to measure 5.5, so that would be 2 3/4. Can get it. There we go. 2 3/4. All right. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to need to reinforce it before I even poke that in. So let me get the paper, or either that or like a contrasting paper. Maybe I will, this is a whole different paper pack that I just have laying over there for as I was trying to decide what paper to use. So my plan, I'm looking at this right here. I'm going to punch that out like this and use that for right here. So, oh yeah, and inking the edges. You could ink the edges if you want to make this like Laurie's is very vintage looking right here, and she used ink on her edges, and you can definitely do that. These would be fine inked. I think that would be perfectly fine, but just for this I decided not to. But I do have some pretty like aquas or things like that. So so what I'll probably wind up doing, this is reinforcing it, so what I'll probably do is when I put this brad in, I'm going to get my awl. Excuse me, get my awl. So I'll probably punch out another one and put it on top so the brads aren't showing, but I thought it did need a little reinforcement. So I'm punching a hole with my awl just to get it started, and then I'm going to take the prongs of the brad and stick them through there, and then separate them out right there. And I'm trying to leave it a tiny bit loose so I can fit twine under there, because I think that would be really cute on this project. Okay, so let me grab another one of these cute little snowflakes. They kind of look like sweaters, don't they? I think I'm going to use a darker colored one this time. If I can get it Excuse me, if I can get it cut enough. There we go. Alright, so this is just to cover up the prongs. Alright, so I'm just pushing that down. My glue dried a little bit. Let's try again. Excuse me. All right. All right, there we go. So there's my little snowflake. And then get some twine. I forgot to mention the paper on this one. This is Tim Holtz Christmas paper. All right. And I'm going to try to find some twine that is going to look good. Okay, I think I like that one. I also have a red. I have sort of a pink. That wouldn't like that too much, I don't think. So maybe that color would be good. Or plain white, or plain black, plain red. I like this one. We'll just go ahead. Whoops, I was looking at the wrong one. Just go ahead and use this color for this one. Be perfect. So I'm leaving a little bit for a knot there, and I'm going to wrap it maybe 4 times or 3.5 times, whatever that winds up to be there. Okay. All right. So all I'm going to do is tie a knot. I think the snowflake has sort of jagged edges, so it keeps catching. It's not smooth like a round brad. Okay, with that, I'm going to cut this off a little bit. Alright, so then you could wrap it either way. You could go back this way and wrap it around, and then wrap it around your brad to secure it. Like that. And then I'll probably put a snowflake charm on here. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Alright, and then this one, I'm going to do the same type of thing, except I'm going to put an eyelet there. Alright, I get this in the right setting, and I already marked my spot. So we're gonna punch a hole and grab an eyelet. I think we'll use the dark color. Alright, now we're gonna go back up and set the eyelet. Okay. And then what I'll do is, I think I'll use red for this. I have a really pretty red twine. I think that's going to be so cute. Okay. 1, 2, 3.5 or so. All right. So all I'm going to do is knot this up around the eyelet. All right, and then just wrap it. And then probably just attach a charm and just hang it down from there. All right, that's it. I'm going to decorate these covers up a little bit, maybe put some tags in, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, you guys saw this one already. This book, I put some foil, red foil snowflakes. I had a die cut and some red cardstock foiled. So I cut 3 snowflakes out of that and glued them on. And then I have 2 Tim Holtz, oh, that's kind of appropriate. This is Tim Holtz paper. Tim Holtz winter symbols, coins. It says winter, and then there's the tree. And I just knotted those down at the end of the twine, and it just wraps around. We did the eyelet, and then I did put a front pocket here. And I just made it a little bit lower than my eyelet. And I haven't put any tags or ephemera in yet, but I wanted to show you the outside decoration. Those 2, and then this one, I fussy cut a snowman out of the paper line, and the word snow came from a little saying that they had on there. And so this one, I have 2 charms hanging down from the twine. Got a little snowman and a snowflake. I can get them to hold still. There we go. And it just wraps around that brad. And then on the inside, since I had the prongs that I had to glue down, I had to reinforce that a little bit. I put a whole like background on here to cover up the extra cardstock. Otherwise, things would be slipping in here and sticking on that. So I put a whole background of paper, which makes the cover sturdier too, so it's perfect. And then I made a side pocket here with the little cocoa cups. So and then no tags yet or anything, but wanted to show you the finished product. Not 100% finished because I'll want to fill it up a little bit, but the covers are all done. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial for this booklet folio. Simple to make and very fun to put inside of a journal or in your purse, or tuck it in as a gift, as part of a gift even. So I hope you enjoyed that. And Cindy and I have a Christmas in July event coming up, so that will be in a few weeks. It's just coming around the corner quicker than we can you know, quicker than we can imagine always, right? Time just goes by so quickly. So we'll fill you in on that a little bit more as time goes on. But thank you for joining me today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification bell. We're also coming up on 2,000 subscribers, and we are so excited about that, and we will have a giveaway. So spread the word. Subscribe if you would like to, and we'll be sure to let you know about that giveaway, which will be coming up soon. I guess I should start working on it, right? All right, we'll see you later, everybody. Goodbye.